predicting future price action. This is something that you're just not going to get really from people outside of our trading group, not Alpha Trading, because, well, frankly, the people who are shilling the garbage to the retail masses usually don't know it in terms of what actually are the methods of doing that. And the extremely small percentage of people that actually do are not going to talk about it, which is a red flag. Right? Why would people who actually know how to predict future price action tell anybody about it, right? Well, at Alpha Trading, we developed our entire system and all of our indicators and means and methods of trading to do just that, right? To have higher probabilities or higher confidence levels of being correct and lower uncertainty, right? That is the entire concept, and it's based on the model that was developed by Messrs. Black and Scholes, or Messieurs Black and Scholes, back in the 1970s, when they invented what's known as the Black-Scholes formula for options traders. And that formula then took Wall Street options traders by storm, as they saw that they were able to make better trades on options using the Black-Scholes formula, which looked at volatility in a different way than people have been traditionally trading, which was through traditional technical analysis, or just looking at it raw, or using other ways of trading. But all those other ways of trading, all that traditional stuff, when you compare it to actually the Black-Scholes formula, it's like child's play, right? It's all voodoo TA, as I call it, right? But the Black-Scholes formula lets you actually determine something about the future based on volatility. It gives you probabilities of the current candle and lets you see potentially what the probabilities will be, based on standard deviations, right? Because what is volatility in trading? In trading, volatility is the standard deviation of returns. And they intelligently figured out that trading is about returns and not price action, right? And in trading, when you look at the returns and you understand how the returns move around, zigzagging back and forth across the mean of returns, you understand that the returns basically do two things, right? They distribute away from the mean, meaning they move away from the mean, up, down, or sideways, depending on which way the mean is going and which way the returns are going. And they mean revert, right? So the returns revert to the mean of returns, right? The returns move back to the average of the returns, if you will, right? The mean and the average are similar in concept. If you ever took math in high school, you should know that, or even middle school, or frankly elementary school. But in any case, a lot of people tend to forget that basic stuff, and they don't understand, more importantly, that when it comes to trading, price is moot, right? If price does anything at all it does is follow the returns. Okay, now does it follow it every single candle? No. Okay, does it follow it most of the time? Yes. Does it follow it the vast overwhelming majority of the time? Also yes. So like if your returns are going up and positively correlated, then the price action will most likely follow to the upside. If the returns are falling and negatively correlated, you'll also see price action go to the upside. If your returns are rising and negatively correlated, then the price action will typically fall. And this is what we see when we look at the volatility indicators that we built at Alpha Trading, okay? And that is one way to predict with high accuracy what the price action will be on the given candle with a pretty high accuracy of what it's going to do on the next candle, because you can see the direction of the volatility and of the correlation. And when they're at extremes, it's, and they start to break from the extremes, there's typically only one way they can go from whatever extreme they're at. Right? And if you know the 6 tendencies of the price action, right, the 6 tendencies of the probabilities of the price action of volatility, right, the price action follows the volatility, well, then you're able to make trades much better. And if you trade on lower time frames, you have more occurrences of opportunity during your trading session than if you trade only on high time frames. And what is one of the ways that we use to predict even further into the future? Well, we have something that we call the projection boss, which is, distribution model. You can look at it in normal distribution model format, or you can look at it using the Laplace distribution model. And both of those are extremely accurate, and they will give you incredible reads, and they'll show you very much how the asset is moving through the distribution models. If you're wondering what is a distribution model, if you ever remember taking math in high school or statistics class or anything like that in college, and you saw the normal bell curve of distribution, right? That bell curve is normal distribution. Right? That bell curve is the distribution, the normal distribution. That is, so 1 standard deviation away from the mean is, 1 sigma away from that line that goes through the middle of that bell curve. That's called a standard deviation. And then you have 2 standard deviations and 3 standard deviations and so on. And similarly, on Laplace distribution models, you use percentage probabilities, which you also have percentages in normal distributions, but in Laplace you just call them, by the percentage. So that is one way that we look into the future, to be able to predict what actually the likely probability will be for the price action to go up, down, or sideways. Another way that we do it is to use an indicator that we created at Alpha Trading called the RMLR, which stands for the reverse mean of log returns. And that's a rather long and complicated one to explain as well, but essentially it tells you with an extremely high degree of accuracy when an asset is distributing away from the mean of returns or when it is reverting, right, mean reverting, and it shows you very precisely what the targets are for the outliers and for where the mean is, and that lets you gauge your trades extremely effectively. And there's actually a video about that we made for Alpha Trading, which I highly recommend you look at if you want to learn about it. And if you want to learn how to trade the VEPs, which is what we call the acronym for volatility, entropy, probability, and statistics, then I just recommend you come and learn for free. It will give you free access to our starter pack of indicators. Just come into the Discord and go to the support ticket channel, open a support ticket, and just say you want free access to the volatility starter pack, and you can get those free tools to learn how to trade volatility, probability, and statistics absolutely free. We give you a free chart that's pre-populated with those indicators. You'll have access to how-to videos, tutorials, documentation, access to the chat with real traders who use this stuff every day. You can join the live streams. Absolutely, welcome to join the live streams and not just listen, but actually participate, ask questions, be involved. The more questions you ask, the faster you'll learn it. It's just like anything else. If you learn how to drive or learn how to, pull teeth or learn how to do whatever, it takes some time to learn, but it is absolutely a wonderful way to trade, in my opinion. It's the best way to trade. And again, it's all free. Like we're not there to sell you anything. Are there tools that are available for money? Yes, but we're not going to show them onto you. We're not going to push you to buy them. Like, we won't even let you actually buy them until you actually know how to use our free tools. So come in, get the free tools, learn for free. It won't cost you a penny. Use virtual trading servers, do whatever you need to, and learn for free. Don't risk real money while you're learning. Learn for free. Put aside all the traditional TA tools if you've been using them, and just learn this new way of trading. You know, I was also using traditional TA tools for years, and you know, when I started to learn, focus on this, I just put all those tools to the side. I stopped looking at them completely, and I just learned this stuff, full bore. Didn't stop, never looked back. I don't use traditional TA tools since many years already, because they're a complete joke, and people, who work in institutions like, HFT firms, high frequency trading firms, or people who look at these kind of algorithms that run these kind of maths at like big shops like D.E. Shaw, where they make these huge algorithms for big clients or for themselves. They're trading millions of trades per second. They're certainly not using silly voodoo TA. They're using means and distributions and returns and volatility and entropy and all the things we use at Alpha Trading. But they don't use the RMLR as far as we know, because we discovered that, and it is a very cool tool that we put together. I'm very happy to say it is extremely powerful. Come in and learn how to use it. Like I said, the Discord link is, I'll put it in the description as I usually do, but sometimes I forget to put them in these videos until some days later. So I'll just tell you the URL. If you want to go to the Alpha Trading Discord, the URL is alphatradinghq.com/discord. So once again, that's alphatradinghq.com/discord. Oh, hey there. Where am I going? I'm just Mrs. Fern. I am walking around, surrounded by trees. Just been walking around doing some things for the day to get done, as people do. And yeah, I was just trading a little bit earlier. I'm going to get right back to it in a little bit. But right now I'm just taking a break under this nice lemon tree. If you can see, well, right now there's no lemons here, but because it's beyond the season. Oh, but here you can see some little baby lemons. I don't know if you can see those. Can you see those? Those are little baby lemons right there. A little stash of baby lemons that are starting to bud. At some point in the coming months, those lemons will be fruiting. Right? They'll be yellow and wonderful. There's one that's a little bit bigger. It's getting to be a little bit bigger, but generally speaking, this tree is out of lemons at the moment. For the most, like in terms of ripe lemons, pretty much gone. So we're past the lemon season. Anyway, there you go. I hope that answers your question. So once again, check in the Alpha Trading Discord. Come and get the free access to the Volatility Starter Pack. Just go into the Discord. It's free to enter, and just go into the support channel and just give us your, put inside the ticket, just put your TradingView username so we can grant you free access to the tools. We'll get you hooked up and you can start learning questions. And again, the more questions you ask, the better, and there are no silly questions as far as we're concerned. We're all about answering questions and making your experience a positive one. We're not a mean and nasty group of people like a lot of other trading discords. It's a very friendly place in Alpha Trading, and we enjoy helping people learn how to trade volatility. That's why we created the community, to be perfectly honest. So anyway, see you guys there. And if you want to catch our live streams, we do them Monday through Friday. We start them at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We run them on Rumble. We run them in the Discord. They stream out on Rumble. So you can either join live and engage in the Discord, or you can join on Rumble and watch there. You can also engage there. But the most activity is in the Discord. That's the place to be, in my opinion. That's where you get the most interaction. That's where you're going to get questions answered much quicker. And we can look at charts of anything you want. We can show you how we use the tools. We can show you how you use the tools that you'll have access to with the free tools. We'll go over all that stuff very happily, as we do every day. All right, and yeah, and we give obviously a daily analysis of Bitcoin and gold and SPY and all these kind of big assets that people trade. We'll even look at Forex or whatever you want to look at. Obviously we'll look at traditional stuff like Tesla, Dixie, or Nvidia, whatever, Apple, anything you want to look at. And yeah, have a good old-fashioned live stream for crypto and for trading. That's what we do Monday through Friday. And you can see the RMLR in action, and you can see how accurate it is. I don't know if that was. See you guys. That's what's happening here. I'll see you guys in the Discord, and we'll talk there. Cheers.